Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Ross Outdoors YouTube channel. We really appreciate you guys tuning in for today's review. We are going to be going over the brand new Kifaru 44 mag. This is the Gen 2. They've had the standard 44 mag for probably, I'd say, 3 to 4 years. So I'm going to start from the frame forward. I guess it kind of goes without saying. This does come on the Ark frame. So this is the carbon fiber frame that we reviewed previously. So if you got questions about that frame, refer back to our Kifaru Ark frame video about a month or so ago on the YouTube channel. But they switched up their attachment of bag to frame and included the old one, which I think is really nice. You're not being forced into a new attachment system if you're working off of an old one. So you do get the standard kind of half-inch attachments inside of the chamber pocket, which I'll show you on the inside here in a minute. And then you get the new just kind of clove hitch loop attachment for your side compression straps, except the bag-mounted one. This one is intentionally on this little K-clip. These two are mounted to the frame. The upper one is mounted to this tack right here that compresses the upper part of the bag. Still getting the standard 1-inch Autolock buckles on 1-inch webbing. All straps on Kifaru's Cub or come with web retention. So very, very nice. You don't have to go in and buy those things separately because it is an expensive bag, but they make sure you're getting your money's worth out of it. Autolock buckles are really, really nice. If someone's not familiar with them, when you compress a bag, I'm going to undo this for now. Keep it kind of pretty for the video. If I compress the bag, it's not loose. I can lock it in, and then if I want to, and I pull really hard on this, it's not going to come undone. I have to press this lever here, and that's going to allow for this strap to come undone. Very, very important when it comes to hunting packs, especially when we're going to be compressing things down, or if we are going into like the overload mode once you've shot something, hopefully. Once you get a good rigging, you don't want that rigging to change on your bag. You don't want to get any sway side to side because that could cause you to tip, cause injury, or just break stuff inside your backpack. So the Autolock buckles are really, really nice there. You have middle and lower are what control the compression of your spotting scope pocket in the bag. And like I said, this upper just controls the compression of the top part of the bag. Once we go into the side pocket here, this is what's labeled as a spotting scope pocket. Does not mean you have to put a spotting scope in there. This will fit up to about a 95 millimeter spotter. If you start working with angled stuff like a Swarovski ATX 95, it's still gonna fit. Once we start getting into big stuff like the Kawa 99s or the 115s or really, really big stuff, you're going to have to end up putting that in the main bag. I like putting quick access stuff on the side. Here in Arizona, we like glassing a lot, so I have a stool, and I put that in the side here. Got to stay comfortable and slightly lazy while I'm glassing. Do have hydration port here on the side. It's that kind of odd, stretchy material, so it stays shut, and then it'll keep your hose, so it'll keep retention on it, to where if you pull it out to the right distance or put it back in, it's going to stay in the spot. Has that on both sides, so you get to pick which shoulder you want it on. If you know anything about the first 44 mag, as I awkwardly move this around, you'll notice the whole front face of this bag is different. So they took away all of the standard PALS matrix that goes across the front of this bag. That does two things. It makes it a lot easier to make so that they can get it out to you, the consumer, faster. It also makes the bag a lot lighter. They have, when we were at the show, we got to talk to Anders and Javelin about this, and I don't remember the exact number, but there was a ridiculous amount of number of bar tacks going across that matrix. That added a ton of weight, and it added a ton of production time because each one of those little 1-inch sections had to be stitched, and that gets really difficult. They went in with the laser cut MOLLE on either side, cuts down the weight a bunch, and you're still going to be able to mount belt pockets as you see fit to this kind of middle 2/3 or upper 2/3, if you will. You do get one across the back strap. It's a 1/2-inch buckle, still Autolock. I think that's some amazing attention to detail, so that if you're going to run a rifle down here. And yes, you're noticing that it has a little bit of a boot. If you're going to run a rifle, if you're going to run tripod legs, or even the cam and bottom limb of a bow down in here, you're going to still have auto-lock retention on that strap if you're going around rifle stock and scope, tripod legs, or even the grip or upper riser of a bow. You've got plenty of options there. These tabs here aren't just for looks. This bag does not come with, but has the option for separate purchase, the Kifaru lid system. So if you wanted to run an OGL lid or a guide lid, you're able to run a lid system if you want to add some cubic inches to this pack. Something I haven't mentioned yet is the pack is 4730. So they changed the cubic inches of the pack a little bit. You lost like 20, 30 cubic inches from the original one. So inconsequential difference. You do have what I call the pickup straps here on the side, and you have one on the bottom. I personally run the original 44 mag, and I love these straps because going out and in the bed of a pickup truck, going in and out of a Ranger, it really makes it convenient to grab these two. And then the beloved buddy pickup system. Once you shoot something, if you get your meat in between the frame on the load shelf and you can't do the like baby roll over and get on all fours, you're able to have a buddy come behind you and he can grab these two straps. And I tell people generally kind of crouch down and get your knee right in the middle of this pack, and you're able to use leverage and you can pull that person up. Makes it really, really convenient. Also, if you're helping somebody on a hunt and they're not exactly listening to you, it gives you a good spot to grab and shift them over if they're not looking at stuff. Not saying I've ever been a part of that situation, but you do have two kind of quick access pockets up here. Excuse me. It's similar in design to the Shape Charge. So you get one large pocket here. I'll flip it around so that the movie lights can see. This thing's huge. You can easily fit a set of 15s, 18s, depending upon the manufacturer. You've got a lot of room, set of NL14s available on rossoutdoors.com. You're able to fit a lot of stuff. I like putting quick access stuff. I'll put anything I want to access while I'm glassing, I generally put up in that top part there. And then this upper pocket here, this is my I don't want anything to fall out pocket. So it does come with a key ring. Every hunter has come close to losing car keys before, so put your stuff on there. And then for me, I went on Amazon and I bought a little wallet that has a little ring on it, and I hook my hunting wallet to this as well so that I don't lose all my stuff. Put that in there. Sunglasses, whatever odd and ends you feel like you need, whether it's documentation or just daily necessities. Got a lot of options there. Moving over to the main bag, I'm gonna undo all my straps here. So there are two access points. There is these guys, which allow you to come into the top, and we have super sophisticated packing paper holding everything in, or you get into the bottom here. So you don't have to unload everything in your pack constantly if you want to get to stuff on the bottom. Going into the main bag without being too obnoxiously loud. Hopefully that wasn't loud for you. So this is where things changed, and that's why I was saying like internal pocketry kind of changed. Normally, the 44 mag had a center zip mesh pocket like this, and then it had another pocket that was a zippered opening down here. This one was kind of useless, and you could never really get to it because once you had stuff in the main bag, everything got crushed, or you ended up crushing stuff on the outside. So they took that away, reduces some weight, and then they have this guy to where now if you flop the clamshell opening, you can get in here nice and easy, and it's a little easier to load. It does sit right underneath this upper pocket here, so if you wanted to put stuff that you don't want getting scrunched, you can put that in there. This is that chamber pocket. This is where those extra straps are going to come in. I took them out because I accidentally dropped them out. So you're going to get a Ziploc bag, and it's got all your extra straps and whatnot in there. This has been a historic attachment in all Kifaru packs. Attached just by little K-clip toggle. Got your water bladder sleeve in here. If you don't run water bladders, I run a glassing pad down here most of the time. Very, very wide bottom of this pack, easily going to fit a sleeping bag. I'd say this pack is ideal for anything from a day hunt all the way up to 5 to 7 days. If you don't pack the kitchen sink with you, you're going to be able to take pretty much anything and everything you want. Nice part with this is it being kind of a mid-size pack, you can really compress it down to where you run day gear in it. A lot of guys that we have come in the shop that I talk to, I tell them if you want to leave this open, you can run an elk bugle upside down in there and you can grab it in and out super, super quickly. Do have the meat shelf accessibility on this to where if you want to remove the bag from the frame, slip the meat in between. It's a great, great system. Still have the adjustable load lifter strap to where you can go all the way up to your full 25 and then adjust it 1 inch down. Generally, they come in like a 22, 23 inch position so that it's just ready for kind of day mode. Any Kifaru dealer you go to is going to be able to get the pack fit to you. Whenever you come into us at Ross in the showroom or even over the phone, we've done it before, is we're going to explain to you how to get the pack fit to you, because getting something of this quality, if you use it incorrectly, you can be kind of disappointed. Quick overview just on the frame. Very, very comfortable shoulder strap. Still get the 1 inch webbing. You have adjustable load lifter attachment points. You've got it tacked in right here. I know plenty of people who will run like marsupial cell phone holsters through here. They'll run little zipper pockets for carrying eyeglasses or whatnot. Sternum strap, very large, robust lumbar pad. Very, very tall hip belt with the laser cut MOLLE so that you get a lot of attachment points going through there. It is a center compression for your hip belt so that instead of doing the awkward like side to side pull, you can just pull both sides evenly towards the front and it's going to compress down. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to get more of an in-depth look at this, jump back probably 5 or 6 videos in our YouTube channel and the Kifaru Ark Frame video is going to be there. But can't really say enough. I've had the pleasure of talking to Javelin, our Kifaru rep, about this quite a bit. And as a Gen 1 44 mag user, this checks all the boxes. It gets a little bit lighter because the old one was pretty damn heavy. You get to go through and get more functionality. They took stuff away that wasn't necessary. So it's a great bag. We have quite a few available, whether it's at our downtown location, our West Valley location, or online at rossoutdoors.com. Feel free to come in, give us a shout, or order it online, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching along.